Welcome to Module 3, Understanding Agile Methodology. Here, we're going to embark on a fun, interactive journey to help you embrace and understand Agile methodology. This module is not just about learning, it's about experiencing Agile in action. So, keep a notepad handy for our interactive activities, and let's dive into the Agile world together. Agile methodology is more than a set of practices. It's a transformative way of thinking and working that emphasizes adaptability, collaboration, and customer centricity. These elements are crucial in the ever-evolving landscape of social enterprises, where being responsive to change, working together efficiently, and focusing on the needs of the community and customers are key to success. The foundation of Agile methodology is built upon core principles, two of which stand out prominently: flexibility and iterative development. These principles fundamentally shape how Agile teams approach their work. Now, let's explore how these principles come to life in real-world Agile practices through an interactive quiz. Question number 1. Which principle is key to Agile? A. Rigidity. B. Flexibility. C. Working in isolation. The correct answer is B. Flexibility. Let's take a look at the answers. A. Rigidity is the opposite of Agile, which values adaptability. In Agile, rigidity is the antithesis of what the methodology stands for. Agile is all about being adaptable, open to change, and responsive to evolving circumstances. Rigidity is simply incompatible with Agile's core values. B. Flexibility is correct. Agile thrives on adapting to changes. Flexibility is indeed at the heart of Agile. Agile teams are like chameleons, ready to adjust their approach and priorities as new information emerges. This flexibility enables them to navigate the ever-changing landscape of software development effectively. C. Working in isolation contradicts Agile's emphasis on collaboration. Collaboration is a fundamental pillar of Agile. Working in isolation goes against this principle, as Agile teams rely on close cooperation among team members, stakeholders, and customers. Collaboration fosters communication, shared understanding, and collective problem-solving, which are central to Agile's success. Question number 2. Agile encourages frequent customer collaboration. Which of the following best describes this practice? A. One-time customer meeting at the project start. B. Regular collaboration throughout the project. C. No customer involvement. The correct answer is B. Regular collaboration throughout the project. Let's take a look at the answers. A. One-time customer meeting at the project start. Agile goes beyond a one-time customer interaction. It promotes continuous collaboration between the development team and the customer throughout the project. This ongoing feedback loop is essential for Agile's success. B. Regular collaboration throughout the project. Yes, that's correct. Agile values regular and continuous collaboration with the customer. This ensures that the product aligns with customer needs and can adapt to changing requirements and priorities. C. No customer involvement. Agile emphasizes customer involvement as a core principle. The absence of customer involvement contradicts this fundamental aspect of Agile. Question number 3. In Agile, what is the purpose of a sprint or iteration? A. To finalize all project work. B. To deliver a small, potentially shippable product increment. C. To take a break from work. The correct answer is B, to deliver a small, potentially shippable product increment. Let's take a look at the answers. A, to finalize all project work. While it's important to complete work during a sprint or iteration, the primary purpose is not to finalize all project work but to deliver a valuable product increment. B, to deliver a small, potentially shippable product increment. Absolutely right. Agile sprint or iteration is focused on delivering a small, usable piece of the product. This allows for continuous value delivery and the ability to adapt to changing requirements. C, to take a break from work. Sprints or iterations in Agile are time-boxed periods of focused work, not breaks. They are dedicated to achieving specific development goals. Question number 4. Which Agile ceremony involves the team reflecting on their work, discussing what went well, and identifying areas for improvement? A, daily stand-up. B, sprint review. C, retrospective. The correct answer is C, retrospective. Let's take a look at the answers. A, daily stand-up. The daily stand-up is a different Agile ceremony where the team provides brief updates on their work, but it's not the forum for reflecting on broader aspects of the project. B, sprint review. The sprint review involves presenting the work completed during a sprint to stakeholders for feedback but does not specifically focus on team improvement. C, retrospective. Correct. The retrospective is dedicated to team reflection and continuous improvement. It's an essential part of the Agile process, where the team discusses what went well, what didn't, and how they can enhance their processes for the next iteration. In the Agile world, two popular frameworks, Scrum and Kanban, offer different approaches to managing work. Scrum is structured with sprints, while Kanban focuses on continuous flow. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on your team's needs. Consider your current project. Would structured sprints or continuous flow be more effective for your team's needs? Pause the video to write down your thoughts. Let's dive deeper. Scrum and Kanban are both Agile frameworks, but they have distinct approaches to managing work and projects. Scrum is known for its structured approach, involving fixed-length iterations called sprints. During each sprint, the team commits to completing a specific set of work, and at the end of the sprint, they deliver a potentially shippable product increment. This structured cadence is designed to provide focus, predictability, and opportunities for reflection and adaptation. Kanban, on the other hand, is all about continuous flow. Work items are visualized on a Kanban board, and there are no fixed time frames like sprints. Work progresses through the board as capacity allows, and the emphasis is on managing work in progress, optimizing flow, and reducing bottlenecks. Now, it's time to consider your specific project and team. To determine which approach, Scrum or Kanban, is more effective, you can ask yourself a few questions. 1. Project stability. Is your project well-defined and stable, or does it involve a high degree of uncertainty and frequent changes? Scrum's structured sprints can be beneficial when the project is relatively stable, while Kanban's flexibility may be preferred in more unpredictable environments. 2. Team's work style. Does your team thrive in structured, time-boxed periods, or do they prefer a more continuous, adaptable workflow? Consider your team's preferences and work habits when deciding between Scrum and Kanban. 3. Customer expectations. What are your customers' expectations regarding delivery frequency and adaptability? Scrum's sprint reviews provide regular opportunities for customer feedback, while Kanban enables more immediate responsiveness. 4. Process improvement. Is your team looking to continuously improve their processes? Both Scrum and Kanban encourage retrospectives, but Kanban's focus on flow can be particularly conducive to ongoing process optimization. 5. Work item size. Are your project tasks relatively uniform in size, or do they vary significantly in complexity and effort required? Scrum sprint planning may work well for tasks of similar size, while Kanban's flexibility can handle variations more smoothly. 6. Resource availability. Does your team have a stable or fluctuating resource availability? Scrum teams often require a fixed team size for sprints, while Kanban can accommodate changes in team composition more easily. 7. Customer engagement. How involved are your customers and stakeholders in the development process? Scrum encourages regular customer feedback through sprint reviews, while Kanban allows for more continuous collaboration. 8. Lead time expectations. Do your stakeholders expect short lead times for delivering features or updates? Kanban's focus on reducing cycle time can be advantageous when quick delivery is critical. Iterative development is a fundamental concept in Agile. It involves improving products through a series of cycles or iterations. To put this into practice, we'll engage in a virtual activity. Imagine we're setting up a virtual Scrum board using Trello for a sample project. Follow these step-by-step instructions to create your board. This exercise will help you experience the iterative nature of Agile development. 1. Open Trello. If you have access to Trello, open the app or website. If not, you can use any virtual board tool or even pen and paper. 2. Create a new board. Start by creating a new board for your sample project. Give it a name that reflects the project's goal. 3. Add lists. On your board, add lists to represent the different stages of your project. For a Scrum board, you typically have lists like To Do, In Progress, Review, and Done. 4. Add cards. Within each list, add cards that represent individual tasks or user stories. These cards are the work items you'll be managing. 5. Assign priorities. Use labels, colors, or other visual cues to assign priorities or categories to your cards. This helps in quickly identifying important tasks. 6. Set due dates. For each card, set due dates to create a sense of time urgency, similar to the time-bound nature of sprints in Scrum. 7. Move cards. Start moving cards from the to-do list to in progress as you begin working on them. As you make progress, move them to review and eventually to done. 8. Regularly review. Periodically review your board. Are tasks progressing as planned? Are there any obstacles or bottlenecks? Make adjustments as necessary. 9. Iterate. Continue this process of adding, prioritizing, and moving cards. With each iteration, you'll refine your project, adapt to changes, and improve the product. 10. Reflect. At the end of your virtual board's iterations, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned and achieved. What can you do better in the next cycle? By following these steps, you'll not only create a virtual Scrum board but also gain a practical understanding of how iterative development works in Agile. It's about constant improvement, adaptability, and delivering value incrementally. Enjoy your virtual Scrum board activity. User stories are the building blocks of Agile projects. Let's practice creating and prioritizing them. Imagine you're working on a project to build a mobile app for a social cause. Write down 3 user stories for this app, each describing a specific feature or user need. Be concise and use the as a user, I want, action, so that, benefit, format. Pause the video to do this exercise. Great. Now, let's prioritize these user stories. Drag and drop them on your list from the most to the least important. This exercise mirrors Agile's focus on delivering high-value features early. Daily stand-up meetings are a key part of Agile communication. Let's simulate one. Imagine you're part of an Agile team. In this virtual stand-up, answer the following 3 questions. 1. What did you accomplish yesterday? 2. What are you planning to work on today? 3. Are there any obstacles or challenges blocking your progress? Pause the video and write down your responses. Now that you have your notes, you get an idea on how a daily stand-up works. It promotes transparency, collaboration, and quick issue resolution. An Agile mindset is all about embracing change and fostering a culture of continuous learning. Let's test your Agile mindset with a quiz. I'll provide you with several statements, and your task is to determine whether each statement is in alignment with the Agile mindset. Statement 1. Change should be avoided late in the project. The correct answer is not agile. This statement is not agile. Agile methodology not only allows but welcomes change even late in the project if it adds value. Embracing change is at the core of Agile principles and practices. It's a key driver for adaptability and delivering products that truly meet customer needs. Statement 2. Documentation is more important than working software. The correct answer is not agile. This statement is not in line with the agile mindset. While documentation has its place, agile values working software as the primary measure of progress. Documentation should support the development process but not overshadow the delivery of functional software. Statement 3. Team members should only focus on their assigned tasks. The correct answer is not agile. This statement contradicts the agile mindset. Agile promotes collaboration and cross-functional teamwork. Team members are encouraged to collaborate, share knowledge, and help each other to achieve common goals. Statement 4. We should stick to the original project plan, no matter what. The correct answer is not agile. This statement goes against the agile mindset. Agile acknowledges that plans can change as new information emerges or customer needs evolve. Agile teams are flexible and adjust their plans as necessary. Statement 5. The customer's input is unnecessary once the project starts. The correct answer is not agile. This statement is not in line with the agile mindset. Agile encourages continuous customer collaboration throughout the project to ensure that the product aligns with customer needs and expectations. Statement 6. Failure is unacceptable in agile projects. The correct answer is not agile. This statement doesn't align with the agile mindset. Agile recognizes that failures and mistakes can happen, but it values learning from these experiences to improve and deliver better results in the future. Statement 7. We should prioritize responding to changes over following a rigid plan. The correct answer is Agile. This statement is Agile. Agile methodologies prioritize responding to changes over following a rigid plan. Plans are valuable, but they should be adaptable to evolving circumstances. Statement 8. Individuals and interactions are more important than processes and tools. The correct answer is Agile. This statement aligns with the Agile mindset. Agile values individuals and their interactions over processes and tools. While processes and tools are important, they should serve and support the people and their interactions. Now, let's delve into a real-world case study and thoroughly analyze how Agile practices were applied to achieve success. Grab a notepad and make notes on the business's characteristics, identifying which Agile principles they are employing. Don't hesitate to pause the video if you need more time for observation. Green Roots, a socially driven organization, embarked on a mission to revitalize urban communities through urban gardening initiatives. Their vision aimed to convert unused urban spaces into flourishing gardens, not only yielding fresh produce but also nurturing a sense of community and environmental stewardship. Green Roots recognized the need for breaking down their project into smaller, manageable parts. They adopted the Scrum framework, characterized by time-bound sprints, each focusing on specific gardening tasks and objectives. This iterative approach allowed Green Roots to achieve continuous progress, with the flexibility to adapt to evolving community needs and project requirements. Through iterative development, they ensured that the project remained dynamic and responsive to change. Their principles emphasize active collaboration with stakeholders, and Green Roots embraced this ethos. They actively engaged volunteers and community members, transforming them into critical stakeholders. Volunteers were regularly invited to participate in sprint reviews, where they contributed insights, preferences, and concerns. This collaborative approach fostered a sense of ownership among community members, ensuring that the project was deeply rooted in their needs and aspirations. Green Roots exhibited a profound commitment to feedback-driven philosophy. During sprint reviews, they actively sought feedback from volunteers and community members regarding various aspects of the garden, including design, layout, and plant selection. Crucially, Green Roots responded promptly to this feedback, making necessary adjustments to their plans and project scope. This unwavering adaptability enabled them to respond effectively to changing requirements and maintain a garden that remained vibrant and responsive to community input. Transparency and open communication are fundamental tenets of their principles. Green Roots upheld these values by holding regular sprint reviews, where they openly shared project progress, discussed challenges, and communicated future plans. This transparency built trust within the community and ensured that volunteers and stakeholders had a clear understanding of the project's goals, priorities, and constraints. Green Roots consistently prioritized delivering value to their community. They adhered to the core principle of delivering working, valuable increments of the garden. Their unwavering focus on delivering features and improvements that directly benefited the community ensured that their efforts had a tangible and positive impact on their stakeholders. Their mindset places a strong emphasis on continuous improvement, and Green Roots actively embraced this philosophy. They actively sought opportunities for enhancement, not only within their gardening project but also in their practices. After each sprint, they conducted retrospectives, reflecting on their performance, identifying areas for improvement, and implementing changes to optimize their processes. This commitment to continuous improvement allowed Green Roots to evolve their approach and achieve increasingly better results over time. Did you find any Agile principles in this example? Let's take a look together. 1. Iterative development. Green Roots embraced the Agile principle of iterative development through their use of Scrum. By dividing their project into sprints, they were able to break down their goals into manageable increments. This allowed them to focus on delivering a small but valuable part of the project within each sprint, ensuring that progress was continuous and that the project remained adaptable to evolving community needs. 2. Stakeholder collaboration. Agile emphasizes the importance of collaboration with stakeholders, and Green Roots excelled in this area. By involving volunteers in their regular sprint reviews, they created a strong sense of ownership and engagement among the community members. This collaboration not only provided valuable insights but also fostered a sense of shared responsibility for the project's success. 3. Adapting to feedback. Agile principles encourage teams to be open to feedback and make necessary adjustments. Green Roots fully embraced this aspect of Agile. During their sprint reviews, they actively sought feedback from volunteers and community members. More importantly, they demonstrated a commitment to acting on this feedback promptly. This adaptability allowed them to respond to changing requirements and preferences effectively. 4. Transparency and communication. Agile places a high value on transparency and communication. Green Roots exemplified this by holding regular sprint reviews, where they shared project progress, discussed challenges, and openly communicated their plans. This transparency not only built trust within the community but also enabled volunteers to have a clear understanding of project goals and priorities. 5. Focus on value delivery. Agile prioritizes delivering value to customers and stakeholders. Green Roots remained focused on this aspect throughout their project. By breaking down their project into small, valuable increments and adjusting their plans based on feedback, they ensured that they were consistently delivering features and improvements that directly benefited the community. 6. Continuous improvement. The Agile mindset encourages teams to continuously improve their processes. Green Roots demonstrated this by actively seeking feedback not only on their project but also on their Agile practices. They used retrospectives to reflect on their performance and identify areas for improvement, ensuring that they evolved and optimized their approach over time. Congratulations! You've delved deep into the world of Agile principles, frameworks, and mindset. Now, it's time to reflect on how these newfound insights will reshape the future of your social enterprise. As you consider the Agile principles of adaptability, collaboration, and continuous improvement, think about how these principles can be applied to your social enterprise. How might Agile frameworks like Scrum or Kanban help you streamline your projects and better serve your community? How can fostering an Agile mindset lead to more effective communication? The Agile journey is not just a set of practices, it's a transformative mindset that can drive positive change. We encourage you to embrace Agile concepts and tailor them to your unique challenges and opportunities. By doing so, you'll be better equipped to address dynamic community needs, create more value, and make a lasting impact. Thank you for embarking on this Agile learning module with us. We hope the knowledge and inspiration you've gained today will empower you to integrate Agile practices seamlessly into your work,